Okay. We're here in Beaver Center.
We are. Just so you know,
Yeah.
Ryan and Al and Mr. Wolf, our little 959
Yes.
are Steve Fung's favorite posts. He looks forward to these.
Yes. Yeah. You're quite an internet star, Jeff. I
What
don't
can I
know.
say? So I planned on going off.
Yeah.
I'm driving a 4 yesterday with an 1800 on the 1st of the month.
You drove a 4?
A 4.
4.
I know.
With an 1800.
Well, look at that face.
4 wheelchairs, 3 grandmas with a little shopping carts. I was prepared
Get paid
to go off. Well, I was already out, so I couldn't go change. Instead, I'm going to wait and do that other time. What I'm going to comment on is our Cracker Jack manager, because it was 2 weeks ago. It seemed longer. And I got hit in the head with a garbage can.
He what?
And Robert Romo promised he was going to jump on this like a duck on a June bug. I'm going to get right back to you. We're going to investigate it. We're going to pull the data back. We're going to find this guy. We're going to castrate him at Pioneer Square at high noon.
Oh, this is the guy with the garbage can or something. Yeah, right. Okay. So what? No.
Have you seen Blankenbad?
Well, you saw the guy today or something, or what? What happened?
Oh yeah, he got on the bus. Hey, how you doing, Joe? You want to throw the garbage can in my head again? Because Trimet's not going to do shit!
So what did you do? You let him get on and ride? And well,
Did you?
Obviously,
hey, what are you going to do?
it's open season.
Wow. Wow. So you caught this back.
But Robert Romo's on it. He's on it. They're gonna hire a manager from outside of Trimet. Pay him $175,000 a year.
There you go.
And then they're gonna form a committee. And that committee's gonna investigate
Right, they'll have a report.
assaults on operators. And then when the committee's done, they're gonna come out with a finding. And then they're gonna hire another manager to interpret that finding and pay them only $150,000 a year.
Right. Then it has to go to the committee, don't forget.
And then it's gonna have to go
Yeah,
back.
it's got to go to the committee.
Yeah.
And finally, you know,
So how many years?
maybe they'll accept it.
So by the time I retire, they're going to come up with some type of SOP that covers assaulting bus operators.
Has Romo really done anything?
He hasn't done dick.
Well,
Those managers are tits on a bowl.
They're worthless, huh?
They are positively worthless.
well, you know, they
I have
make a lot
stepped
of
in
money.
piles of
They're-
dog shit that are more intelligent.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that's your story. It's sad that you had to experience this brutality and nobody cared.
Scarred for life.
I know. Yeah, he looks like.
So Jeff, if this guy was on your bus, couldn't you call dispatch and tell him, hey, this guy that
2 weeks ago, this guy threw a garbage can in my head.
Yeah, right.
No one has ever done anything about it. Would you please send the police so they could look at me and go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, right. He's not that trite. I mean, a lot
I'm
of
hoping
operators would actually call.
I'm hoping for
Say, there's the guy. I don't think I'd bother.
Maybe the guy will die.
Would you?
Back as a bus operator. My next
See,
life-
Brian wouldn't let him on. But nobody'd ever throw a garbage can at you. Has anybody ever thrown a garbage can at you? No.
was he
Not
a
yet.
street person or?
No, he's just some douchebag who rides the bus. I'm sorry. No, that was wrong. He's a valued Trimet
Yes.
customer.
Right.
He's
That's
an honored
always right.
citizen. He's honored.
He's honored.
Did you bow when he gets on? Make sure you bow.
Next time I
He's
go.
honorable.
Oh, I am unworthy.
I'm honored.
Oh yeah, that's a sad story. Really is.
Not really,
Sad commentary.
but
Yeah.
it's.
Well, I could have told you that. You know, I could have told you that. I watched this stuff. That's my hobby, man.
When
they
I
never
sat
do
there
anything.
and Romo was adamant, we're going to follow and you're going to know every step of the way. I'm going to keep you in the loop and we're going to pull that data pack and we're going to,
He actually
this
said-
is outrageous.
He said
And
this?
oh yeah, don't you worry. I know that you operators think that we just blow you off and we don't pay attention, but we're going to follow this up and I'm going to get in touch with the transit police and we're going to find this guy and we're going to crucify him and then we're going to shit down his throat and you can fuck him in the ass and...
Are you kidding? He's just, you know. He's just Jeff.
I get a little
gets
carried
like
away,
this.
folks.
He gets a little carried away. Yeah. Well,
No, I'm sorry. When I stood there in his office, and he said, "Oh, I should have worn fucking hip waders."
So what?
You know what?
Greg
You're gonna
say
fucking
about
blow smoke up my ass. Blow smoke up my ass.
well, I've been in meetings with Robert, and
But
I wish he would just send me a letter and tell me what's on his mind rather than make him go.
don't waste my fucking time.
Because what they tell you isn't always what they.
And you know the worst part is?
It's not what's
I fucking
gonna
should have
happen.
Time slipped the meeting.
What's that?
I should have time slipped
Oh,
the meeting.
you didn't do that?
Yeah.
Oh, mistake.
My bad.
Yeah. That's
We
not
learn
good.
by our mistakes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I learned. Yeah. Next time I'm gonna take
Yeah, I
care
just
of
had a
it
meeting
myself.
with Greg.
Oh,
You did? For
Yeah.
what?
For the guy that was in the bus that fell.
What? Tell us about it.
Oh, I was at 198 inbound.
Yeah.
7.
Right?
And I was killing time because I was early. And it was time to leave, so I took off, merging, slow.
Yeah.
And some guy was running for the bus and slammed the window and then slammed the doors.
Trying to get on?
Yeah. I kept on going.
Yeah, so what?
And that sidewalk there is concrete and it leads into dirt,
In the dirt, yeah.
sidewalks.
Mhm.
And he fell.
He fell into the dirt.
Good.
So he didn't like that, so he called Trimet.
Call Trimet.
And what happened?
Probably issued him a check.
Probably.
They don't get him out quite so easy.
Greg Larson sent me a letter that he wanted to see me, so I went in and I saw him, and he told me, or asked me what would happen if the guy fell underneath your rear wheels.
Then he'd be dead.
It happens all the time, actually. It happens all the time all around the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
said-
very common accident. People running
Yeah, I
into
told
it.
him probably about the same thing if he fell under my front wheel.
Yeah. Is that what you said? No.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the truth. So how did you respond?
Nothing. He was actually
Greg understands, but
pretty mellow about
he
it.
doesn't. Yeah, Greg is pretty good, but he doesn't have any power in these things.
Yeah.
He's just implementing whatever.
He's just another cog in the great
Yeah, another brick in the wall.
wheel.
So anyway, I had to write or fill out an accident incident report,
Well, there's-
and I got a letter back saying that it wasn't a PA.
It was
Well,
not.
you can't
Oh,
charge
okay.
you for anything, no.
And
No,
because,
good, that's good.
That's not,
How are you supposed to prevent that?
call that a PA.
Yeah.
You-
But
no.
they told me that,
But it's gonna be in your file.
but they told me
Yeah,
that
well, everything
that's
goes
not Trimet's policy though.
What is not?
So they're gonna have a
What's not Trimet's?
trainer contact me.
What's not Trimet's policy? What's not Trimet's
I
policy?
don't know. I think that's the way they put it.
What?
That's outrageous.
So it's not NPA, but it's not Trimet policy. It's interesting that.
So what, they wanted you to stop in the middle of traffic.
I think so, yeah.
They wanted you to reward his stupidity.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
and
sounds about right.
Well, it's interesting that you should bring this up because I had made this big post about, they need to make a firm rule here about this, like say, once that bus is left to stop, you cannot
That's
stop.
what
They
they
need to
did.
make it a uniform rule and say, we expect our operators to keep moving because,
30 years ago, Keith Booz was driving a bus down before the bus mall.
30 years.
And a guy ran upside along the bus and banging and slipped and fell and
got killed. Oh, yeah. And then that
also happened to Cheryl Gilkey.
and that guy Gilbert, he's a supervisor
it
now.
happened out
Happened to
here
him.
with some guy with a baby or something was
I don't know.
running after.
happens all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like Al
common.
said,
Yeah, no, it's common. It happens all over the country. I guess.
because people are fucking stupid.
Right, people are not thinking. It's just one of those.
Gotta have that
You
bus.
got to have the bus. Yeah. It's-
There's never gonna be another 57, God knows.
But anyway, Saturday I was trying 57 at 170th outbound. I drop off my people and I watch the rear doors close so I see everybody.
Right.
And I start to pull out and, onto TV Highway. Wham! The old window.
What
And a
happened?
brake.
Oh, somebody hit.
Yeah, somebody left their cell phone on the bus.
Oh. So.
Did you stop?
Yes.
Yes, I guess.
I shouldn't have, but I did stop and I was out in traffic. Yeah, you should. Probably not gonna get hit. Probably lucky if somebody didn't fall on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, they'll always blame the operator where they can.
Well, of course.
That's
It's
been the
like a
whole
plane-
policy of how do we blame the operator for everything that happens here.
Right.
That's
It's like a plane crash. When there's a plane crash,
they-
and there's no evidence to the contrary, they blame the pilot. Pilot error.
And here it's a culture of blame, basically.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's what all this retraining is. It's like, oh, now if something happens, see, we told them to do this, we told them to do that, and it's like, well, it's ridiculous, you know. It's just ridiculous to try to affix blame for every single accident away from the
But it takes
management.
the heat off.
Well, that's the whole
It
point.
takes the heat off the management, it takes the heat off the training, it takes the heat off the supervisors, and it puts it all where they want to put it.
And
It's on us. We're expendable.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're basically pieces of machinery that are, you know, can be replaced pretty easily.
Absolutely. That was really
I
funny.
agree with that completely. I agree.
There's a guy on the extra board who used to be a trainer for school bus. So he came here to Trimet, went through training. School bus, and I did school bus training, is when you're in a turn, you check both your mirrors beginning, in the middle of the turn, at the end of the turn. Basically what they're telling us to do now. 7 years ago when he went through training, oh no, don't do that, you've got to keep your eyes on that rear dual.
Oh.
Don't take your eyes off that when you're in the middle of a turn. 7 years
Oh,
later,
really? Now,
See you
yeah.
guys later. And I talked to Pete about it today.
Yeah.
He said, oh, you're probably not using your mirrors properly.
Ah, Jesus.
see,
How many years you been here?
16.
Yeah, see. Well,
the
you
other
know.
thing is they're making us all second guess ourselves.
Yeah, well, I know, but you know, it's like,
And as soon as you start second guessing yourself, I don't care if
That's
you've
when
been
you
here
start
a
making
year,
mistakes.
for 31 years, that's exactly right. That's when you start making mistakes.
yeah.
You start second guessing.
Well, I'm not second guessing myself. You're gonna second guess
Every single
yourself.
goddamn day that you've been here, and you've never had a PA, but all of a sudden you start second guessing yourself.
No, I'm not. I have no intention of. You know, I'm going to go to their stupid ass class, but you know, I've said it over and over that you know, these people that are giving the training have driven bus less time than you. They drove a bus less than 5 years now. They're supposed to be trainers, and they're going to tell a 22-year veteran how to drive the bus. Get out of here, man. You know what kind of? That's bullshit.
You take somebody who was in customer service answering phones. Answering phones. Then he decided he wanted to see why there were so many complaints about bus operators. So he became a bus operator. And now he's trainer.
Oh, really? That's somebody's story over there.
That's Stewart.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
He was the one guy that
That's
stood
from
up
his-
for Sandy Day, by
That's
the way.
his,
at the
no,
time.
now wait a minute. They didn't want to stand up for Sam.
I know that, but he told the truth. He told the truth about the. You know, we never told drivers to take turns at 5 miles an hour. We never
And
said
once
anything
again,
about that.
It wasn't as if he was volunteering. They were forced between the district attorney and Sandy Day's attorneys to tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's not as if they jumped up.
No, right.
volunteered.
No. Well, Alan Morgan actually said on the stand that we train our operators to take turns at 5 miles an hour. That's a lie.
Alan Morgan was my trainer when I started.
Did he ever tell you to take 5?
No,
No.
never, never.
Ever.
No, of course not. That's a bald-faced lie, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
They lied, man. They'll tell you something
It's
right there.
ironic that Alan Morgan was my trainer.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right. Well,
Good night, Steve.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, John Boy. Good night.
Good night.